Good afternoon and welcome back to First Page Autos. You join us back here at the site on a sunny Saturday the 29th of June. Incredibly dead in terms of customer interactions at the moment, unfortunately. Absolutely no inquiries coming through, and the few people that we do get on site are a little bit sort of, not really knowing what they want or what type of car they want, whether it's a Mocha or a Fiesta or a convertible. They all seem to be a little bit indecisive at the moment, to say the very least. But it does mean that we're able to catch up on a bit of prep. So the garage just around the corner called GSM Motor Mechanics do all of our checks for us. So we pay them a fair bit of money in terms of the actual PDI, and then if they find anything on top, they get all the work for it. So the first one that's been through is this little 35,000 mile Fiesta. So went over this the other day, we have reduced it by a couple of £100 just to shift that on as quickly as possible. So on this one, Ford Fiesta, so it needed, two tyres, two front tyres and a wheel alignment. And then after that, if I can get that out. So the PDI then found that it needed a service. I already knew that, so I'll let them know about that. Needed a couple of wiper blades, a brake light bulb and rear indicator bulbs, just because they'd started to slightly discolour, so that would be an advisory on an MOT if it was to go through an MOT, which it does need to with us. But all in, that's cost us, what's that, £388 to get that little Fiesta ready. So that's sort of a middle ballpark. When we get cars in, what we tend to expect is around about £500 or thereabout spending on them, whether it's body work or mechanical work. Sometimes can be a lot more than that, and sometimes, as you'll see in this video, can be a lot less than that as well. So sort of ups and downs, but one of those. So the next one that GSM managed to PDI for us is this Nissan Juke. I can't remember exactly the mileage on the top of my head. I've probably got it there. Oh yeah, 40,000 miles. So 40,000 miles in 11 years. So it's really not done that much. The birds have attacked that one as well. So this is a really lovely car actually. So really low mileage, 1.5 diesel. So strong engine. It's got full service history with it, with records of DPF cleans and things like that, just to keep it as good as it possibly can be. And GSM were very complimentary about this car. So complimentary, in fact, that we have had a bill of £329.54. So all this needed was an aircon regas, front discs and pads, a rear wiper blade, and then the PDI there is the pre-delivery inspection. So not all that bad on that one at all. So that's a good car that is ready to go, apart from having its MOT, but that will be done next week. Another one that's been checked out this week by GSM is this lovely little Seat Ibiza FR. So fantastic little car, 1.2 turbo petrol. Looks fantastic in this nice glorious sunlight, and we've just given it a wash as well. So this was by far and away the cheapest bit of prep that we've had in a long time. So it was £84. So two wipers and then the pre-delivery inspection that we have done on that as well. So that's a real result. Now one of the front wheels has got a scuff on it, which I'll just show you. So just down there, it has got a scuff on that wheel. So we still need to do those, so that'll be another £200 in prep on this one. But all in all, not a bad car really. Now moving on to the complete opposite end of the scale. So some cars we get very little in the way of prep, and unfortunately this Fiesta that's missing all of the front end of it is one of ours. Something that we got off of an auction over in Kings Lynn. Usually their reports are pretty good. This time they missed quite a big issue, which was a misfire, which turned out to be what we thought was a coil pack, because it had been badly bodged together. And then when we did a compression test on the engine, cylinder 2 had completely gone. So you can probably see at the back of the cylinder just there, you've got a bit of scoring in the cylinder itself. Not a bad car otherwise actually, so condition wise, interior and exterior. Exterior is a little bit sort of careworn, but the interior is all in good condition. So we managed to get a replacement engine for this, which was £500 out of a car that had done 20,000 less miles. All the codes and everything all lined up with what was in there. But it turned out that that engine also had low compression on cylinder 2. So we are now lumbered with a car that has got 2 engines with absolutely no compression on the second cylinder. Can't do anything with the heads on them or build a decent engine out of both of them. I mean, we could, but the actual costs involved in that would be astronomical. So we've got no other choice than to try and get the money back for that engine that we bought for 500, and then get another engine basically. So fortunately the garage, which is GSM, which is these, sorry, accidentally stopped recording there, so which is these guys around here, fantastic mechanics, do all of our prep work in terms of the mechanicals on it, and they're very much on this one, even though it's a complete yeah, problem child. I was trying not to swear there, but this is, as I said, completely the other opposite end of the scale. You sometimes get some that, you know, need £78 spending on them, like that, say at Ibiza that I've just showed you, and then sometimes you get ones like this that are going to cost us at least £1,500 to fix, and that's all of the profit out of the car, and then some. So we're going to be losing money on this when we finally sell it, but it will be a good car. So unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So you've seen the cheap end, which would be that one. You've seen sort of the middle end, or middle sort of expenditure part of this business, which would be this Fiesta and then the Duke over the back just there. And then we've got the slightly higher than the middle of the road section. So this Mercedes SLK that I posted a video of me picking up from Bristol the other day. Drove back absolutely no problems at all, and looks absolutely fantastic in the sunlight, especially with the roof down on a day like today. So this needs a couple of tyres. So I've got a cut in the tyre just there, so that one needs replacing, and then the rear needs replacing. The problem being is that we can't then switch wheels around so that we've got the same tyres on different axles, and then, you know, maybe have that one there at the front. Can't do that because the tyres and the wheels are different sizes. So unfortunately that means that we're either going to have to find exactly the same make of tyre on each one, because the ones on the driver's side are all good in terms of tread, so they've got about 6.5 millimetres, or we're going to have to do all 4, so that's a bit of a pain. Typical Mercedes thing with this one as well is that the front brake pipes have corroded, so we're not sure exactly on the cost of that just yet, because they haven't actually got back to us with a quote. So this is going to be done in the coming week. But yeah, so front brake pipes, the 2 tyres at least, maybe 4. They did say about the inside edge of the front brake discs were ever so slightly pitted, but not enough to be an advisory on an MOT. They are just incredibly harsh with these sorts of things. So bit of a pain, that one, unfortunately, but doesn't really need anything cosmetically, so fingers crossed that's it with it. And then the Peugeot has just come back from paint, so bodywork wise it's not had anything. As I said in the first video that we posted, we needed to refurbish the wheels. So what we've done, instead of going with the diamond cut, because the diamond cut, if you redo the diamond cut on wheels like this, they tend to last for about 6 months, maybe a year, and then you'll start getting the same issues as before with water ingress, and then they start to corrode and they look worse that way. So what we've done is we've actually painted them in a matte finish. So it matches the type of paint on the car. They've all been done very, very nicely by the guys that we use over in Wickford. And that, cosmetically now, that is absolutely spot on. Now it needs to be checked over. There's a small noise from the front suspension that I suspect is possibly a suspension arm bush, but need to get the guys to get it up in the air and just make sure that that's definitely what it is. So yeah, we bought a car from Mannheim in Birmingham on Friday, which I'm going to be going up and getting on Tuesday, so expect to see a video of that on Tuesday. But thank you for listening to me ramble about the costs and expenditure of this business, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you.